God bless you, fam. What's good? What's happening? It's your man, Coach Bill William. Uh, uh, Disciple of Christ is all I want. I don't need titles. Call me whatever you want. I just love to be called servant of God. Hey, look, welcome to the Deuteronomy walking. Devarim is what we call them in his Jewish or Hebrew name. I'm having a great time. I was so intimidated to read Deuteronomy. Some of my friends, man, said, okay, I'll read it with you. We'll do it together. And it's been a beautiful walk. We do a mashup every 7 chapters, meet on Sunday, and just talk about what revelation, man, we were given. And, and just kind of talk to each other and over and with each other and just share ideas. There's no experts here. God reveals his words to different people in different bites and bits at different times. So welcome. Thank you for getting his word in between your ears. You're being faithful to get his word. Spend time with God each and every day. That's biblical, right? How do we do that? Sometimes we pray. Sometimes we meditate on his word. Sometimes we sing up in praise and worship. Other times we read his word, right? Most of the times, if we can do all 4, then we good to go. But just welcome. And, some of us struggle with reading, so I understand you're listening. I encourage you to listen twice, man. I got my friends I told you about. They're walking with me. The Deanna, the Felicia, Jordan, the twins, Sierra and Tiara. So compare what I don't think we're all reading the same versions. Compare what we're saying different and alike. Be like, yo, what's he saying? What's she saying? It's a little different. Look, and just enjoy, right? Second thing you do is pray to God, ask God to reveal to you what you're hearing, for him to give you what he wants you to have. He might give it to you today, right now, instantly, tonight, next week, next year, 10 years from now. Hey, just pray. You do your part. Third and foremost, you can be on Great Commission. Share this link with every your social media you can. There's people around us that are starving, hungry, and pursuing all the wrong things. All these little white specks are showing up on my video feed, and they're bugging me. So that's it, fam. So without further ado, what is ado? I'm not sure, but without any more of it, let's jump into chapter 24, Deuteronomy, Devarim, chapter 24, Deuteronomy. Verse 1, suppose a man marries a woman and consummates the marriage, but later finds her displeasing because he has found her offensive in some respects. Interesting. We're talking about marriage. Oh no, we're actually talking about divorce. I got neck issues, fam. Sometimes I gotta hold the book up a little higher. It crushes me, so I apologize. He writes her a divorce document, gives it to her, and sends her away from his house. She leaves his house, goes and becomes another man's wife. But the second husband dislikes her and writes her a GET, gives it to her and sends her away from his house. Or the second husband whom she married dies. In such a case, her first husband, who sent her away, may not take her again as his wife because she is now defiled. He defiled her when he divorced her for whatever petty reasons. It would be detestable to Adonai, and you are not to bring about sin in the land Adonai your God has given you as your inheritance. Verse 5, if a man has recently married his wife, he is not to be subject to military service. He is to be free of external obligations and left at home for 1 year to make his new wife happy. All right, I like that. But let's go back to this, man. We're talking about the New Testament. There was a lot of arguments that Paul tried to resolve about whether people can get divorced or not. Here we are. Deuteronomy talks about divorce. Knocks my socks off. Verse 6, no one may take a mill or even an upper millstone as collateral for a loan, because that would be taken as collateral to the debtor's very means of sustenance. That still applies to this day, fam. They got the game rigged, so you got to have great credit to make any moves. Okay, that means you got to be in debt at some point, which appears to be non-biblical. But fam, as soon as you can get out of debt, do it. You can have credit. Look, spend $1,000 worth of stuff this month, the month of April 31st, pay that 1,000 off that credit card. Keep your credit high and strong. I don't know, I guess. I don't know. Strictly speaking, they say don't do it. That's what I just read. Verse 7, if a man kidnaps any of his brothers, fellow members of the community of Israel, and makes him his slaves or sells him, the kidnapper must die. In this way, you will put an end to such wickedness among you. Verse 8, when there is an outbreak of Zarat, be careful to observe and do just what the Kohanim who are leaving teach you. Kohanim are the priests, the religious crew. They're Levites, right? So again, how did the Pharisees take over? Where'd that come from? Now you understand, do your research. And you find out why Jesus was always like, nah, man, you bunch of vipers. When did the transition happen? When did it go from Levites being the priests to Pharisees? Take care to do as I ordered them. Remember that Adonai your God did to Miriam on the road after you left Egypt. When you make any kind of loan to your neighbor, you are not to enter his house to take his collateral. You must stand aside, and the borrower will bring the collateral outside to you. If he is poor, you are not to go to bed with what he gave as collateral in your possession. Rather, you must restore the pledged item at sunset. Then he will go to sleep wearing his garment and bless you. This will be an upright deed of yours before Adonai your God. Look at that, fam. He's saying take care of the man, man. Don't if he poor, don't make him poorer. Where's that at nowadays, fam? Where's the love? All right, verse 14. You are not to exploit a hired worker who is poor and needy, whether one of your brothers is a foreigner living in your land or in your town. You are to pay him his wages the day he earns them before sunset, for he is poor and looks forward to being paid. Otherwise, he will cry out against you to Adonai, and it will be your sin. Hey, look, fam, let's try to take care of each other, right? Don't try to rip the man off. Oh, I can pay him less so I get more profit. That's what the world does nowadays. Try to pay workers as little as they can. No health benefits, nothing. Just as little so you can get more profit. This game is wicked. It's dominated by money. Our leaders now are all multi-millionaires and billionaires. Verse 20, when you beat your olive tree, you are not to go back over the branches again. The olives that are left will be for the foreigner, the orphan, and the widow. When you gather the grapes from your vineyard, you are not to return and pick grapes a second time. What is left is for the foreigner, the orphan, and the widow. Remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt. That is why I'm ordering you to do this. So he's saying, look, now don't only look out for yourself. Yeah, go ahead and take what you got to take. Shake the olive tree, everything come out. Yeah, go ahead and, do what you want to do with it. But don't go back and just try to wring it for every bit we can get. Don't care about nobody else. I want to make all the money. I want all of my olives off my tree. I want all my grapes for me as mine. God said, no, share. Get yours. That's what I blessed you with it for. Get yours, sure. Then let the foreigner, let the orphan, let the widow come by and pick some free fruit. Look out for each other. Love each other. Come on. I'm gone. Bendiga, Baruch, Shalom, peace.